Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
When a mysterious cell phone signal causes apocalyptic chaos, an artist is determined to reunite with his young son in New England.
The Maze Runner. Thomas, a teenager, arrives in a glade at the center of a giant labyrinth. Like the other youth dumped there before him, he has no memory of his previous life. Thomas quickly becomes part of the group and soon after demonstrates a unique perspective that scores him as promotion or honor status. Those who patrol the always changing maze to find an escape route. Together with Tessa, the only female, Thomas tries to convince his cohorts that he knows a way out.
Age of Tomorrow. When Earth falls under attack from invisible aliens, no military unit in the world is able to beat them. Major William Cage, an officer who has never seen combat, is assigned to a suicide mission. Killed within moments, Cage finds himself thrown into a time loop in which he relives the same brutal fight and his death over and over again. However, Cage's fighting skills improve with each encore, bringing him and a comrade Emily Blunt ever closer to defeating the aliens. Mad Max Fury Road. Years after the collapse of civilization, the tyrannical Immortal Joe enslaves apocalypse survivors inside the desert fortress, the Citadel. When the warrior Imperator Furiosa leads the deposed five wives in a daring escape, she forgets an alliance with Mac Rocktansty, a longer former captive. Force-filled on the massive armored truck, the War Rig, they try to outrun the restless warlord and his henchmen in a deadly high-speed chase through the wasteland.
Endgame. Adrift in space with no food or water, Tony Stark sends a message to Pepper Potts as his oxygen supply starts to dwindle. Meanwhile, the remaining Avengers, Thor, Black Widow, Captain America, and Bruce Banner must figure out a way to bring back their vanquished allies for an epic showdown with Thanos, the evil demigod who decimated the planet and the universe.
Origin. A group of strangers find themselves stranded on a spacecraft bound for a distant planet, but soon realize that one of their fellow passengers is not who they claim to be. Dunkirk. Evacuation of Allied soldiers from Belgium, the British Empire, Canada and France, who were cut off and surrounded by the German army from the beaches and harbor of Dunkirk, France.
Pacific Rim. Long ago, legions of monstrous creatures called kaiju arose from the sea, bringing with them all consuming war. To fight the kaiju, mankind developed giant robots called Gyros, designed to be piloted by two humans locked together in a neural bridge. However, even the Gyros aren't enough to defeat the kaiju, and humanity is on the verge of defeat. Mankind's last hope now lies with a washed-up ex-pilot, an untested trainee, and an old, obsolete Gyro. I Am Legend. Robert Will Smith, a brilliant scientist, is a survivor from a man-made plague that transforms humans into bloodthirsty mutants. He wanders alone through New York City, calling out for other possible survivors and works on finding a cure for the plague using his own immune blood. Neville knows he's badly outnumbered and the odds are against him, and all the while the infected wait for him to make a mistake that will deliver Neville into their hands. the mist. After a powerful storm damages their main home, David Drayton, Thomas Jane, and his young son head into town to gather food and supplies. Soon afterward, a thick fog rolls in and engulfs the town, trapping the Draytons and others in the grocery store. Terror mounts as deadly creatures reveal themselves outside, but that may be nothing compared to the threat within, where a zealot, Marcia Gay Harden, calls for a sacrifice.